Why weren't you able to work that other job that you didn't like?
I just did not like being in.
Congratulations! I'd like you to be able to pay bills. We've all done jobs we don't like. I've done multiple jobs I don't like.
I've also done jobs that I didn't.
Cool. So why couldn't you do it for a couple weeks?
Because I didn't want to.
What the can I do to help that? Over your future. I'm ready to stop this thing if you're being...
My name is Jack. My age is 25, and I'm based currently in Fort Lauderdale. And this is Financial Audit.
Cool. And what do you do for a living there?
That's a great question. I'm kind of in between.
It's a great question. Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you. I am very good at being a host. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Well, I've been kind of like in between jobs. So I kind of went back into the food industry after getting fired from my customer service job last year.
Customer service. So I'm guessing you weren't servicing the customer very well.
It was kind of a mixture of a few things. Like the job that I was working at, they started becoming very much micromanaging.
Okay.
And I had an issue earlier that year where I had a knee injury. And it was like I had a brace on my leg.
How did that get you fired?
So at the beginning of the year, I had the brace on my leg, and I had a problem of being able to go to work every single day.
Oh, it was in person. Okay.
Yeah, so I was showing up late, and they basically gave me a final notice.
Why didn't you leave a little earlier than if it took longer to get there because of the knee?
Well, it wasn't particularly with the knee. It was just like the fact that it was hard for me to drive, so I couldn't you're right. I could have definitely gone out earlier, but the thing was, in the end of the day, they literally did not help me at all. I tried contacting HR multiple times to put in claims. Nobody responded. None of my managers helped me. And then towards the end of the year, there was an issue with one of the customers that I was talking for, and they basically just told me that was it.
So the lateness kind of built up a potential resentment on the company's end, just seeing, maybe this guy doesn't really care about his job. From their perspective, because it sounds like he tried to reach out, but maybe some other people just weren't aware, whatever. So maybe they see that, and then bad experience with the customer.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, that's it. Bye-bye.
Yeah, but the thing...
Why didn't you just wake up a little earlier? How long were you running late? How many weeks in a row?
A lot.
Okay, see, well, that's because eventually that does become on you, right? I agree. It would be great if you reached out to your manager and different things. So you're having trouble. Okay, I know. We barely even jumped into this.
The thing also is that I'm going to be honest with you, as a type of job where I was in a call center refilling PAP supplies for patients.
Yeah.
And
you weren't doing it physically.
I wasn't doing it physically, but honestly, it had a very strong effect on my mental health, and my mental health was continuously diminishing by the time that I got fired.
Okay, but you got fired. I'm confused on the part. Are you trying to say it was because of your mental health that you got fired?
I honestly, at that point, by the time they fired, I really didn't want to be there anymore.
Okay, well, this is starting to add up, and this is why I dig on people, because you made it sound like you were fired because I had an injury. That's how it started.
Well, I mean,
come on.
Well,
you didn't want to be there by the end, so you probably weren't showing up on time. And was it because of the injury? What made it harder to drive? What was harder?
The truth, I mean...
Preferably from the beginning would be nice.
I mean, being able to drive there every single day with a brace on my leg was really hard. And I understand, I'm definitely, maybe I'm wrong in the instance, but they could have handled things differently on their end.
What did they do wrong?
Not be helpful in pertains to my disability.
What would they have helped with? Was it an injury, not a disability?
Well, it's called a short-term disability.
Sure, I got you.
So they were paperwork.
Did you try to make a claim? Okay.
I made multiple claims.
Yeah. Well, if they didn't hear any claim and even have a conversation, then yes, obviously they were wrong in that. What leg was it on?
My right leg.
That would be right, yeah. Your right leg. Okay, and that would make it harder to drive. I'm still confused how it made you late, though. Like, were you unable to push the pedal to 30 and you were stuck at 25? Like, how does this work? This is just weird. The way you're talking about this being fired is kind of weird. And I know this is such a random thing to dig in off the beginning, but it's just like...
There were other things also, like, besides that. I mean...
Yeah, you had a bad experience with the customer. Tell me about that. And be truthful. What happened in the conversation?
So what happened was I had 2 customers that called in, and I mixed them up. And because we go through like HIPAA and certain requirements and regulations, I placed an order for the wrong patient. Mm-hmm. And by law, because I placed the order and the customer called in and due to policy, you know, because of me showing up late and me also having that issue earlier that year.
What was it?
Earlier that year with my leg.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Because that was 2023 in the beginning of the year, and they fired me at the end in November of 2023.
You were late every day for a full year?
No, I was late probably maybe 2 or 3 times a week out of a 5-day work period.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And basically what happened was, like, we were having, because of that situation...
You clearly don't take that seriously. I mean, you were smirking through that. Like, you were just like, oh, I'm a silly little guy.
I honestly, like, that job, I just didn't...
So
I
are
just
we
didn't
surprised
care.
you got fired? Was it probably... Maybe it wasn't even because of the knee thing. You had a bad call. Sound like you broke the regulations that the company has to follow that you potentially put them at risk for. Like... Disciplinary action would come from that traditionally at most workplaces.
Yeah, 100. Like,
and then it sounds like you didn't want to be there. So maybe your work ethic was bad. Maybe you brought negative energy to the office, and just like other people weren't as inspired to work around you because you were probably just in the vending machine room being like, oh, this place sucks.
I was not that type of person. I definitely made connections with people that I worked there. I definitely was the type of person that helped out as much as I can.
Okay.
It was
so
honestly...
what do you do now then?
Right now, I'm in between jobs. I just landed a new customer service job with a home remodeling company. I start on July 8th.
Okay. What was the job previous?
The job previous to this one, I was working in a cafe as a line cook.
And what do you mean you're in between? So you left that one?
Yeah.
Why?
Because the company that just hired me for this position, they hired me for a different position, doing in-store promoting for the company. So basically, like, I would have a kiosk and a BJ's, and you'd basically approach people that are exiting or in the aisles and sign them up.
And you did that?
For a few days.
And then...
I didn't like it at all.
Oh my gosh.
So
Okay.
I reached out to management, and she was really sweet. She got me in contact with the other department and the other team. And then, like, for the past week or 2, I've been talking with them, doing interviews to work in their department.
Is it hourly, this customer service job?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready to deal with customers again?
With this type of job, yes.
Okay.
For now.
What's the hourly rate going to be?
50.
For now. What's for now? What do you mean for now? What? What is that? What is that? That honestly, I'm sorry. I know. Maybe it looks like the YouTube perspective. And I get it, but when someone's sitting across from me and we're literally talking about their job and their income, and you have a cheeky little smile, like, I don't know what that indicates. I don't know what that indicates to me.
Honestly, right now, I just need a job that can be able to pay my expenses and cover things. But they're like, I do want to do other things. Like, I do not want this to be a permanent thing.
What do you want your career to be?
I'm still trying to figure that out.
What did you say your age was?
25.
Okay.
It takes a while to figure these things out.
What's the hourly rate for this upcoming job?
This job is $15 an hour before commission.
So it's sales too.
Yeah.
Okay. Based on, do you know what, like, an average
pertaining
commission?
To the so the commission is kind of structured the same way as in stores.
How many hours are you working?
They would be between 38 to 40 hour a week.
Okay, so 39 I'll do. times 40. Okay, times 52. Divide that by 12 for a monthly average of $6,760. Yeah?
6
times 39 times 52 divided by 12. $2,535. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be.
I must have typed in like 50 or something. And then what is the expected commission?
So, depending on if the canvases, those are the people that actually go out and sit with.
For the job you're in, dude. For the job you're going to be in, what is the average commission? If you know. If you don't, it's fine.
It depends on final sale, but it's between 50 per order.
What does the average person in that position walk home with in commission? If you don't know, it's okay.
I don't know.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay.
I'm honestly just going over the numbers they gave us in the training course.
What did they say then?
He told me it would be somewhere in the neighborhood of like 18 to 20 an hour. So he gave me a full number. So like between 35 to 4,000 with commission based on their numbers with their agents.
Okay, so $3,500 a month.
Yeah.
Okay. So 2,500 to 3,500. Okay. And obviously with commission and everything, it can take a few months to ramp up, build certain relationships, learn the game, and figure that out. That obviously happens.
Yeah.
All right. Your finances. Okay.
This is fun.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Why? What's fun about it?
Well, I mean, like, I'm talking about, like, pertaining with this job, honestly, because, like, the whole process so far, like...
You said this is fun?
Pertaining with the job, like, the job that I'm getting hired for.
I thought you meant this.
No, I was talking specifically with the job that I'm getting hired for.
Okay. I'm happy you got a new job. Yay.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Self-assessed, your finances, where do you think you are? 0 being the worst, 10 being the best. Your finances.
Probably a 3.
Okay.
I'm being real.
Okay, I hope so.
Okay.
You confuse me. You're an interesting little creature, aren't you?
I try to be.
Okay. It's a fun shirt. Just interesting. And that's okay. I love it. I mean, I'm weird and interesting in my own ways as well. Like
you got to start somewhere.
Okay. Sure. 3 out of 10. Says the person that is $200 over the credit limit on this first card that we're looking at. Sure. Get your Hammer Financial Score. It's free in the description below. What, you don't like that plug? What? You reacted. You don't like that plug? You like laughed.
No.
My plug.
I sometimes like kind of make noises and things. It's just a weird thing.
You just make noises?
I make weird noises.
Okay. This is more interesting and interesting. If you make weird noises and you want to be on the show, calebhammer.com/apply. Or actually, if you don't make weird noises, extra apply. Okay, Synchrony, we're sitting at $1,074.33. So what's confusing about this one is your $200 over the credit balance, actually basically $300 over the credit limit.
Yeah, most of that is actually interest.
Okay.
The original credit limit was only $800.
Right, but you're past due $63. It wouldn't be above the credit limit on just interest if you were making your minimum monthly payment. It would still take a long time to pay it off, 5 years in this case. But it wouldn't go above the credit limit if you're at least making your minimums.
I haven't made any minimums on this card.
Why?
I just couldn't.
Why 3 out of 10? Why?
Because I couldn't afford paying
and why is that?
Card. Because I was living over my expenses, and also like I just didn't have the extra funds to pay for it.
Yeah, but why? What were you living over your expenses? What were you doing?
I had my rent. I had other.
What was your rent?
My rent was $1,275.
Yeah, and what was your income at the time?
Well, I mean, depending. If it was last year.
No, just when you had $1,200 rent. What was the income at the time when you had $1,200 of rent?
My income then was about like $3,200 to $3,300 a month.
Cool, so you can pay the rent. A little expensive, sure. Why couldn't you pay a $36 minimum monthly payment?
Because I couldn't. I just didn't.
That doesn't make any sense. Where'd the money go?
To other expenses.
What?
Like other things that I was paying for.
What? For fuck's sake. You're just saying all these broad terms.
Okay.
What?
Okay, like for example, like my car payment. I had also my insurance.
Sure. Car insurance or like health insurance? Both?
Yeah, I had also my medical coverage. There was also other expenses, like for example, like an electric bill. And this is also not the only credit card that I have. Like I have multiple ones that have been maxed out. So it's like trying to make out like monthly payments for all of these.
But still, let's include all the payments you have to make. $36. You were incapable of that.
Yes, I was incapable of doing that. I mean, like...
How much do you think hit in payroll this last month? Most recent month. Payroll.
Last month?
Mm-hmm.
Well, last month I had...
The most recent month, the statements we have.
Okay, so for May, I had my regular job that I got paid, and then I also...
How much was the question?
$2,300 from...
Okay, 33. 33 is what we had in payroll.
Okay.
How much do you think went out in terms of spending?
Okay, so this is not including expenses. So this is just...
No, it's total going out. Everything going out.
Probably maybe $2,800, $2,900.
$6,200.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You just said $2,200.
Yeah, well,
and then I times it by 3, and you're like, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so let me explain. My brother helped me out financially.
So your expenses go up then?
He loaned me some money.
So your expenses go up then?
Yeah, well, because last month I was behind on my expenses for a lot of my bills. So he sent...
I didn't see any catching up.
I mean, the money that he sent me went to pay for the rent, electric, insurance.
What's your rent right now?
Rent right now is $1,575.
Okay, electricity?
Is $102.
Okay, that is not making up $6,246. Math isn't mathing somewhere.
I mean, I'm telling you, he sent me...
I'm sure he did. He sent you $3,330.98.
Yes. He did.
Yeah, I'm talking about what went out.
Well, the money that went out for that, like I said, was for the rent.
Of which was $1,500. And then electricity, you said, was a few $102.
Then there was...
Okay, cool.
Then there was Geico.
Oh, okay. So car insurance. Cool. And then you have your income on top of this. Math isn't mathing. There's something. You haven't budgeted in your life, have you?
No.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. You little cheeky smile. You're proud that you haven't budgeted?
No, I'm being honest with you. Like I've never budgeted before in my life.
When you get called out, you immediately just like. It's like
I told you I do weird faces.
Okay, listen. If that's you, that's you. I just want to make sure you're taking it seriously. Are you taking it seriously?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, cool. Because I don't want it to be a waste of time. Okay, so I'll break it down for you. We'll figure out where your money went. We'll create a budget at the end. We're obviously just like any other guest that has been on the show and that anyone out there can take advantage of. We're going to put you through our budgeting program. Highly recommend it. Take the class, take the quizzes, actually do it. I don't know how much of an education person you are, but actually do it. Do the investing one as well, where I'll give you $100. I will literally give you a $100 gift thanks to Moomoo. So you get a free $100. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. Actually take the class though and learn things. Okay, so synchrony is 1,074.33 with a minimum monthly payment now, because you're again behind by 2 months.
Keep in mind also that this is a part of my debt consolidation. Like
What?
I have a debt consolidation.
The are you talking about? What?
It's through National Debt Relief.
Okay.
So I had another company at the beginning of the year, but I couldn't afford to pay them anymore. So they basically dropped me out of the program.
What are they? Are they in the negotiating process right now? Because this debt is not consolidated anymore. They haven't consolidated this debt.
No. So what National Debt, they told me they're doing is I basically send them out payments bi-weekly, and they do a settlement within, I think they said
Well,
about
that's what I asked. So they're negotiating. So when did you talk to them?
I started National Debt Relief last month.
And
I've been making the payments.
You have? What's the payment?
It's like $169.
Okay, but you couldn't make a $36 payment. And you're doing this while your brother's, and then but you tried to do this before. You tried to do this before, and you said you couldn't make the payment, so the debt consolidation dropped you. What's different this time?
Well, nothing really is different, honestly. It's a different program.
How long is then how are you going to make it through this program?
I honestly don't know.
So why are you in it?
Because I've been told that debt consolidation is the best way to consolidate your debt.
Well, yes, consolidating is the best way to consolidate. That is how that works. Slapping this calculator is the best way to slap that calculator. Sipping that drink is the best way to sip that drink. I mean, yeah, consolidating is the best way to consolidate. That doesn't mean it's the best way to pay off your debt. There is nothing more important than preparing for your financial future by starting to invest. So you don't want to end up on the Walmart floor in retirement. And who better to assist you than Moomoo, my personal favorite investing app and the official investing app of this channel. Moomoo is the app I use for my stock market investments. So what do I love about it? Zero sneaky commission fees on US stocks, ETFs, and options. No hidden fees, no contract fees, and no minimum deposits. Just straightforward, cost-effective investing. And this means more money in your Moomoo account compounding over time. So here's the deal. Make a qualified deposit on Moomoo by clicking the link in the description below or scanning the QR code on screen, and you get up to 15 free stocks. Plus, they're offering a whopping 8.1% APY on your uninvested cash for the first 3 months, which means your money starts growing right away, crushing the typical sub 1% bank interest rates. And if you've been investing for a while and are looking for an upgrade, Moomoo stands out by providing robust insights and analysis tools, giving you the edge to make well-informed investment choices. And if you're still new to investing, that's okay too, because you can easily dive into Moomoo's learning resources to build your knowledge and boost your investing skills. Let me tell you, it is Caleb Hammer approved. So whether you're a beginner or a seasoned investor, don't miss out on these incredible sign-up bonuses. Scan the QR code on screen or click the link in the description below to get started with Moomoo and set your financial future in motion today.
I understand that, but again, this is what I know, and this is what I did.
What do you know?
I know I was told that debt consolidation is the best way to take care of your debt.
Take care of your debt. Okay, who told you that?
One of my friends.
Have you changed your behavior? I don't think so. Again, you spent $8,000. Does it make sense to consolidate before you've changed your behavior? Because then your debt will just go all the way back up.
Yeah, I understand that, but at the same time, what else am I supposed to do? I wasn't
making a $36 payment. If you can make $176 or whatever it was, you can make a $36 one. Fun fact: one's a bigger number.
I understand.
One's a lower number. The lower number is the one you weren't paying.
Yeah, but it's either 36 plus an additional monthly payments that I have to make for other creditors instead of just paying a lump sum that covers a lot of these creditors.
How long has your brother been helping you?
Years.
What's he helping you with?
He's helped me out financially. He's also helped me out mentally through a lot.
What does that mean?
I was raised in a religious home, and I kind of left religion in 2017 and struggled a lot. My brother helped me out tremendously, getting me in touch with programs and helping me out financially.
Was it cultish?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's kind of helped me get apartments, help, for example, paying whatever fees and stuff like that, and then also with co-signing.
But that hasn't helped though. That part, the mental, sure, but that hasn't helped.
No, it hasn't.
Are you, if I'm not mistaken, are you not being evicted right now?
My lease is terminated as of July 15th.
Terminated because you weren't paying?
It's terminated because my landlord made a decision to raise our rent to... I was paying $1,200, and then he decided to raise it to $1,575
After your lease, and then you re-signed a lease with that?
No. Well, my lease ends July 15th. He decided in June to raise it to $1,575. So I basically
was that in your lease agreement?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They have the right to raise the rent whenever they want to.
No, there you go. I mean, you signed it.
Yeah. So
he raised it a few $100.
Yeah.
And
I can't afford to spend.
So you just stopped paying rent?
No, I didn't stop paying rent. I basically told him that I do not wish to continue renewing the lease in July.
You told us you owe the landlord $1,500.
I do currently owe him for June. I have not paid him for this month.
Okay, why?
Because I haven't been working, and
why weren't you able to work that other job that you didn't like, at least throughout until you got your customer service job?
I just did not like being in the
Congratulations!
store.
I'd like you to be able to pay bills. What? We've all done jobs we don't like. I've done multiple jobs I don't like.
I've also done jobs that I didn't.
Cool. So why couldn't you do it for a couple weeks?
Because I didn't want to.
Okay, that's the mind of a child, especially after that little smirk you did after you said I don't want to. Like, what the are you, a baby? What is this?
I just feel that I've been in and out of jobs since the beginning of the year, and I'm not going to stick around on another job just because.
How does not sticking around in a job help you with being in and out of jobs so much? That's the opposite.
That's honestly the decision that I made.
Yeah, no. It was a stupid decision, no?
Okay.
You're not paying your rent. You're not paying your minimum monthly payments, is it not? You disagree. You somehow actually disagree with this.
No, I agree. I'm not able to pay like my basic expenses.
I know, but I didn't like the job. I can't do it in an extra 2 weeks. Is that not the mindset of an absolute child? You're not 15, you're 25.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I am 25. But like I said,
But you're not acting like an adult. You can do another 2 weeks in a job, yes?
I did not want to. I did
Yeah,
not.
no, I got that part.
Agreed. I could have done that for an additional 2 weeks, but I didn't.
Okay. All right. So what happened on this card? Yeah, fees $123. So that's just gonna make it continue to go up. Payments, you made a small payment, but it didn't make up for all the other minimums you owe. So you, funny enough, you actually made a payment of what the minimum monthly payment could have been.
Okay.
But you didn't pay back all the other minimum monthly payments you accumulated. So you still got fees added, which is just hurting your position even more. And then $24.46 of interest accrued. Again, credit limit of $800, but you're at $1,074. Well, how did you build this credit card debt in the beginning to start?
So that was a Cure credit card. Primarily, that was used for medical expenses.
Really? But usually, a lot of the times, you can talk to the hospital. They can do like 0% interest payment plans.
I had co-payments for my physical therapy.
Oh, these were co-payments you're putting out
Co-payments plus for like my doctor's expenses. So that's how the card got maxed out.
Doctor expenses?
Yeah. So, like for example, I had an MRI that I needed to get done. I'm being honest with you, I don't remember the exact numbers, but it was somewhere like around $200 and something on that card that I had to pay to be able to get that MRI done. So
okay, and then why have we not paid anything towards it then while you're doing this?
Like I said, maybe it's because I haven't been able to have a control of my finances. Probably that is the case, but it was just too many payments coming at me at once that I just...
What were you seeking physical therapy for?
For my leg.
Okay. Oh, sure. How is your leg doing?
My leg is perfectly fine now. I'm usually able to keep...
Oh, so you won't show up to work late anymore?
Yes, I won't show up till... I generally do not show up to work late, but like...
Except for 3 times a week for a year.
Yeah, I guess.
Your leg didn't heal at all that year?
It did, but the thing is, I had a bone contusion. So I was roller skating and I twisted my knee about 40 degrees inwards.
That sucks.
So the bones kind of like snap back.
Why not take like an Uber though? I know that wouldn't have been necessarily price effective, but it at least would have gotten you there.
Yeah.
Hold down a job. No, I honestly think you should have been able to work this from home on just like a cheap laptop. They have all the security measures in.
This is the thing. They did have where we could work remotely. So that was one of the things that I tried to get approved from HR, and they just kept on denying it.
Okay.
So.
All right, Capital One.
Yeah.
All right, new balance, $662. Please don't be over the credit limit. Or over the credit limit, $162.60. Shocker. Interest accruing, $16. You didn't pay a minimum monthly payment. What are you doing? New minimum monthly payment, $212. It's probably normally like $49. What the Again, why not at least attempt to make some payments? You're doing your little cheeky little... Oh, that annoys me. People don't understand how much that actually annoys me. Oh, okay.
I'm a man of faces. I can't help it. It's just me.
It's fine. I just need to accept it. But it's like you're getting turned on that you're over the credit balance somehow.
Trust me, I am not. This actually makes me quite anxious.
Really?
Yes, it does.
Oh, maybe that's your natural response then, because that's fine. When I get anxious, I have my own weird tics and stuff like that. So that's fine. This account ended up becoming suspended, of course. So
yeah,
I don't think anyone's shocked. Speaking of turned on, you see that little nerd back there, Noah, the producer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In the post show today, I get to grill his lady friend that's in town visiting, because he grilled mine once in a post show, so I'm going to grill her in the post show. It's going to be fun. You can ask her any questions you want as well.
I will definitely do that.
Yeah, think of some fun
100%,
questions.
yeah.
This should be fun.
You know what they say, three's a company.
Whatever you guys want to do after the show is what you guys want to do after the show.
Cool bean.
Okay, no.
He's already half naked with his shirt.
I don't like this.
I mean, it's Texas and it's hot outside.
It is very warm.
I'm going to church after the show.
Okay, and that's at 39%. So, of course, I mean, when's the last time you made a payment on that?
5 months ago.
You're killing me. Why the haven't you at least attempted anything?
It's the same thing with
attempted. I know you've had some money.
It's just it doesn't do anything. It's just every single time I've made
payments.
You're
not getting fees added.
Yeah, but when you make the minimum payment,
where the are you looking? You're looking at Noah. That's in the post show. Look at me.
Okay, but the thing is that whenever you make a minimum payment, it doesn't change anything on the account. It's just gonna still.
It prevents you from getting those extra fees. What are you doing? Okay. I'm ready to stop this thing if you're being like I don't know. Are you joking?
No, I'm like,
because you were like the minimum monthly payment doesn't help anything if I put it toward. That's what you look like.
It honestly, like, that's how I feel. It doesn't do anything. Like, all it does.
It stops late fees. It starts paying down the card. Yes, it takes forever, but instead of it going up, it actually does start decreasing the balance a little bit. Barely.
Okay, but like the thing is, if I make those payments, it's going to take like...
Do you not care about your credit?
I do, but it's going to take...
Okay, no, you don't. No, you don't.
But it's going to take 14 years for those things to get paid off. I honestly don't. I honestly like feel that making the monthly payments, it just takes...
No, you're a lazy baby. And your excuse for all this is you just make up numbers. It's going to take 15 years. No, it takes 5. I can just be lazy. You're just a lazy child. You're a child. And I call it how I see it. I'm not trying to do that to insulting you, but you're acting like a child who just got access to credit. You have no responsibility. The Capital One would be paid off in 2 years. 2. What's a bigger number, 2 or 15?
You have a point.
Yes. Okay. CarMax. So we got a car.
Mm-hmm.
CarMax is a horrendous place to get a car. I'm sorry.
That's all right. The interest rate on there is pretty high.
Yeah, 13.45%. Definitely not good by any means.
No. And I kind of had a perfectly good car before this.
People are gonna like mass dislike this video. You know that, right?
I don't care.
Great, thank you.
But yeah, I made the decision because I found a car that I really liked, and yeah, basically did like a trade swap, and I got my car, the one that I'm currently driving, which is a Mustang. So, yeah. It was not necessarily the smartest decision that I made.
What is the car?
It's a 2011 Ford Mustang, the one that I currently drive.
What do you think the car is worth?
Last time I checked Kelly Blue Books, it was somewhere between.
You did check, okay.
Yeah, I did. It was between like $14,000 and $15,000.
Okay, 8,500. When did you check?
Last year.
Okay.
Kind of the same time around that I got the car.
Oh, Mustang. Lots of experience with people with Mustangs on this show. It's always a little exciting car to go into a lot of debt for. I mean, $10,815 of car debt. It's not a horrendous amount of car debt, but for your income situation, it's really bad, especially for someone who can't make payments. Do you make payments on this?
I do.
Okay, so again, you can make a $274.73 minimum monthly payment on this, but you can't on a $36 minimum monthly payment card.
True, but I did have problems at the beginning of the year of making payments. So they did push the payments about 2 months. So
like they said, you have a grace period or something?
Yeah, so I made 2 payments in 1 month.
Okay. But the normal minimum fee is $274?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, you did pay it. Oh, there's a late charge. You're so late. $27.48. You were late. You were late, buddy. Buddy, you were late. This is just financial mismanagement at its core.
It's hard for me to keep up with.
See, there's lots of that. There's lots of just, I don't know. We need to get the full financial picture before I can tell you. You're right. You know what? It is hard. There's just here, and maybe we can find a way. Or it's just like you're just acting like a child. But so far from a lot of the excuses, I do lean more towards that way. I hate passing judgment before we get the full picture. I really do, because I don't want to think you're like a bad person or anything. Because I don't. Finances are only one part of a person's life. But gosh, is it because it's hard? I mean, you chose to take it out. You got in the credit card debt. Like, you chose to take... Fine, credit card debt, maybe some of it went to some health things. Okay, you chose to take this car loan out from CarMax, which usually, you can't really negotiate. You can't even negotiate at CarMax, can you? So it's just the price is what the price is, and it's usually over the value of the car. And then you got at a 13.45% loan. Okay, maybe that is hard for you, but you chose to do that.
I did.
And you're not even dramatically underwater in it either. You're lucky for that.
Thankfully, yeah. I mean, it's sad to say, like, this is honestly one of the only debts I've been able to kind of.
But it's more expensive than the other ones.
The thing was, my car before, my payment was close to $400 a month. It was like $365, but it had 0 APR, and I owed like $5,900 left on it.
No, why didn't you just work your to pay off that $5,900? Sure, that minimum monthly payment was uncomfortable for your situation, but if we talked, we could have figured out a way.
True, but I really wanted that car.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't honestly, like, I know it sounds crazy, like, I honestly don't, like, this is one of the things, like, I understand, like, I made a really bad decision, but I don't regret it.
I mean, that's the thing. I honestly, I don't know how to respond to that, because, I mean, I could dig in on you and everything to do for a lot of people, but when it's just, okay, this is obviously a very dumb decision, and it's, well, because I wanted it. And then there was the... obviously quitting the job before, or stopping to work that job before you got your new car. Well, because I didn't like that job. Like, what? Like, I want to help you. What the can I do to help that? You're choosing your wants over your life, over your future, over any sense of security, over any chance of retirement. What the am I supposed to do with that? I would love to help you, but what can I do? Like, that is just the most give up, like, words ever. What do I do with I wanted it, so it's okay, and I don't regret it, and I would do it again. What do I do with that?
I wouldn't say I would do it again. If the situation, for example, came along again, I probably would not make the same decision. But I do feel for myself that I have given up to a certain extent. Like, instead of trying to be able to like work and figure this stuff out, I kind of just did what I can and just to get by. Like,
just to get by? That doesn't make any sense. But you're not getting by.
No, I'm not.
So what the fuck are you talking about?
I just making it. I've managed to make it through every single month.
You borrowed double your income from your brother.
Yeah, it's true.
Half of your livable wages from your brother. It doesn't make sense. How old's your brother?
He's 39.
Okay. Oh wow, that's a big gap.
Yeah, we're 16 years apart.
I know we're not gonna name specifics, but just in general, can you say in concept what he does?
So my brother operates one of the largest like rebuilding and manufacturing plants for a specific car company where they handle certain components such as like rebuilding and remaking.
I'm going to say something to him. If he watches this, I don't know if you're going to send this to him or what. But speaking to your brother for a second, I don't think you should give any more money. I think he's enabling you. You're allowing yourself to just coast. You're allowing yourself to just say, it's hard. You're allowing yourself to do, I get this because I want it. I'm going to stop working because I don't like the job. He's allowing you to do that because he's doubling your income through helping you. Now, you know what? I have a big gap between me being the oldest brother and then my youngest brother. 5 years. My middle brother's 5 years below me, but then it's something like I don't know. I'm 29 and he's going into freshman year of high school next year. So there's a big gap there. And honestly, I would probably want to do the same because I don't know. I love that dude. I want to help him out too. I get it. It's a helping spirit from him, but I think he's hurting you. He's enabling you to be able to do whatever the you want, and you're getting yourself in worse positions because you think, oh, daddy brother's just going to bail me out because he's always bailed me out. He helps me get a house. He helps me get a car. He helps me pay my bills. He helps me do all this. He's just going to bail me out, which is putting you in a worse position. Mm-hmm. I mean, you, because of all being able to bail out, yes, a higher minimum monthly payment, but you swapped out a 0% loan with a car that we could have gotten together. We could have figured out a strategy to pay it off as quick as possible so that you got out of pay for RAV4. You traded that in for something at 13.45% interest rate. That's going to take you a long time to pay off. And I think he's just enabling you. Again, I think it comes from a warm heart from him. I don't think he's a bad person for this at all. But
Agreed.
I think you're getting hurt.
There's been kind of tension with my family because of like my certain like my current predicament right now with my finances. They wanted me to reach out to him, and I've been very strong as to not reach out. Like
to your brother?
To my brother for help. And I basically
when was the last time you talked? Because we just had $3,500 come into your account.
This would have been last month. The last time I spoke to him was last month.
Okay, so this isn't ongoing. This is like this. I mean, this is a new thing.
Yeah, my family, like, they basically want me to reach out because of like my moving situation right now. But I basically like have told them that
basically getting evicted. Yeah, go ahead.
I basically said like I'm not reaching out for him for any money. I don't want to. I don't want to keep on relying on him to... I mean, he's helped me out pretty much with every single apartment I've moved into. Like, I feel that I should be able to move in an apartment on my own.
I think so. Let's talk about skincare. It's something we all need, but most of us have no clue where to start. I used to be the same, spending an insane amount on random products, hoping for clear skin. But then I found Geologie, and trust me, it's a game changer. Geologie makes skincare stupid simple. Start with a quick 60-second quiz about your skin goals, and then boom! They developed a personalized derm-grade routine just for you and deliver it to your door. No more guessing games or wasted dollars. Don't sift through endless products. Geologie has changed skincare to its essentials with trusted, dermatologist-approved ingredients. You've got concerns about acne, dark circles, or just want that healthy glow? They've got you covered. I personally love their vitamin C plus E plus ferulic acid serum. It seriously revitalizes your skin and it's so easy and quick to apply. With over 10,000 5-star reviews and 35 awards, including recognition from Oprah Daily and Men's Health, Geologie isn't just changing the game, they're owning it. Here's the kicker. Use my code Caleb for 100% off your first personalized skincare trial set. Then snag 50% off add-ons as well. Scan the QR code on screen or click the link in the description below and check out Geologie today. Your skin will thank you. One thing I'm also jumping to conclusions here again, because I literally just met you 50 minutes ago. I feel like you're a little directionless as well.
Yeah.
Like in terms of you don't know what to do. You don't know what you want to do. You're just accepting all this help around you. And you're trying, maybe you're not anymore. And honestly, I would appreciate that. But you do seem to be directionless. And that's going to hurt because even at the best, getting your commission, before taxes, you're bringing in $42,000 a year. It's not like crazy money by any means. And
No,
it's not a cheap area you're in either.
No, and I'm in the process of trying to figure out a plan of moving out of the state of Florida.
Have you to where?
Either to Iowa or to North Carolina. I have two really good friends. One lives out over in Iowa and one lives in North Carolina.
Okay, as someone from the Midwest, go to North Carolina. Okay.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't need to become best friends with corn.
No.
So,
Neither Pig Farms or Dutch County.
Have you gone to school? Have you done education? Besides high school?
I went to cosmetology school in...
That doesn't pay much until you're pretty far into the career.
Yeah. And I did not do a lot of research. It cost me about $6,000 to do.
But you have your certification in it.
Yeah, but I never did anything with it.
Oh, you can still leverage it for an entry-level job. Again, the hours are a bit weird.
True.
I actually have some friends in this, like current friends in that industry. So, I get to see their daily lives.
It's not necessarily also like what I want to be doing.
Is that the only schooling you've done?
That's the only schooling I've done. I have been thinking about going back to school for something else.
It's not a cure-all by any means, but I'll give you, obviously, any tech certification that you want. They just came out with an accounting certification through Course Careers, so that's good to add to your resume if you ever want just a booster. So I'm able to gift you one of whatever you want.
Okay.
Highly recommend them. So if that's ever something you want to consider, that's okay. What do you want to do? Do you know what you want to do?
I kind of do. I'm thinking about getting into the automotive industry.
Okay, you're into that.
That's
why you have a Mustang. Sorry. I just hate them.
First off, I have a Mustang that's the S197 that
Oh!
has a naturally aspirated engine. It's
Oh
one of
my
the
goodness,
best
aspirated.
Okay, it's a really cool car and I love it. And I know, I'm one of those type that I will defend the S197 from today until tomorrow. It's one of the best Mustangs that have ever been made.
That's certainly a letter and a number.
But I'm kind of like the person around my friend group that is like known as a car guy. So
You're the car guy.
I worked for my brother's company for 3 years.
Why don't you do that again?
That's what I'm thinking about. But the thing is, with his company, you have to be an automotive technician.
Yeah.
So,
trade school?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
So there's a program out by us called UTI, Universal Technological Institute.
You're the better UTI, yep.
The better UTI. They have a program with Fast Track with BMW, which has a scholarship baked in, which they would pay for your schooling.
That's cool.
So I'm talking with the administration. They have an orientation on...
This gives me hope. Now, here is a glimmer of hope in the conversation. I like that. That's good. And it seems like it's something you're interested in.
Yeah,
as
very
well.
much
And that's
so.
cool. I mean, you nut to your Mustang on a daily basis, so I know this is something you like. Now, of course, it's not a BMW, and you're going to work with BMW.
Well, I mean, with BMWs, it's going to be a constant day-to-day basis with the amount of vehicles that come in with problems. So I'm not worried about that. It's a BMW after all, so not much.
It's okay. I'm the enemy of the car world. I have a Tesla and I like it, and they hate it.
I kind of think Teslas are cool.
Hey, it's fun to go fast.
Yeah, it is, especially the Plaid model.
Yeah. Okay, so yep, we got the card payment. Let's keep going. Disney rewards. What the are you doing with the Disney rewards card?
Okay, this is the card that I took out because my mom asked me to.
Your mom asked you to?
Yeah, and I should have.
What do you mean she asked you to?
She was like,
I think that's the second time that's happened on the show with this card. Oddly enough. Sorry, go ahead.
I didn't want to open up that card. Like, I kept on telling her
I literally think this is the second time this has happened for this card.
And
that's so weird.
I really
Why'd she want you to open it?
Because my mom loves Disney and she wanted a credit card if we...
Why didn't she get one?
Because she didn't have that great of credit.
So she wanted to f her son? I don't know. And
that's okay. In some parts of the country. What?
Moved to Iowa.
Hey. But it just kept on spiraling. I mean, the credit limit was so high. Like, okay, this is gonna sound...
Did you guys put like a Disney trip on this, or how'd you rack this up?
Purchases.
Okay, so I mean, I didn't even... Yeah, you're not a credit card person.
I'm not.
And
I'm not.
Okay, so I would close these accounts. It's not benefiting you. Use a charge card like the Fizz card, and at least that helps. Is that interesting you? You're so interesting to watch. Your eyes go. You're just. You're. Yeah. You're just like, you were so interested in me watching my arm. He was like locked in.
I should have mentioned earlier on, like I'm kind of like dyslexic, and I have like.
That makes you look at itching arms?
No, I also like it's kind of like undiagnosed, like almost like autism almost.
Okay, why does everyone on the show that suggests they have autism say it's undiagnosed? Like, can anyone go get diagnosed these days, please?
I know.
Like, before we start saying we have things, can people please get diagnosed?
It's like one of those things where I've had like quite a number of friends that just bring it up and it irritates me because like the stuff that you're doing, like they're like, why are you doing that? Like, why are you looking like that? And I'm like, I don't know. That's just me.
It was just so interesting because I was trying to talk about this credit card, and you're just like, that man's itching his arm. What is happening?
I mean, you know, it is what it is.
Look, I'm doing it again. Look, check it out. Okay, cool. So, $2,367.69 on here, with a $57 interest accruing. Kill me now. $40 of fees. Wait, what's the limit? You must be over it. Oh my gosh. Yep. Yeah. $2,000. So you're over by $365.69. $509 minimum monthly payment is insane. It's only that way because when's the last time you paid on this card?
January was the last time I made a payment.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, it is.
This is I can't.
I just don't know. Maybe I do know. It's just I don't even, to be honest, I don't even remember what I used that card for. Maybe like Target or Walmart. I just don't even remember.
I don't even know what to say this one because this is like what the fifth late fee we've seen in a row. Yep, late fee, and it's hard for me to emotionally just like. I'm so desensitized to that in this conversation because you're just nothing but late fees. There hasn't been a non-late fee so far, and you're late by 6 months now in this 5-6 months.
Summer 7.
Yeah. And you're okay with that. You just accept that. You're fine with it.
What am I
like? You just like it's just like, how is that okay for your life, buddy?
I don't know any other way of dealing with this. I'm
How many hours a week were you working your last job?
37 hours a week.
Okay. There's more hours in the week than that. And if you can't afford to pay your bills, sometimes you do have to work more. Sucks. It's not like I'm like, yay, go do it. I'm thrilled that I have to see this dude work more hours. But if you got yourself into a situation, which you did. Mm-hmm. You took out the car loans. You took out the credit card debts. You self-confessed. A lot of this was just Target and bullshit. You need to take the responsibility to actually get out of it. At 25, this is insane. You're throwing your life away already. So young.
I know, but
You're gonna give me a but?
I don't know. Like, this is all I've known. This is
but.
like, I just know that I've always known, like, you use a credit card when, you know, you have expenses that you can't
What?
cover, and then you pay it later.
Whoever told you that? That's literally the opposite that anyone ever says in the credit card space.
Well, that's what I was told.
By who?
Family, some old friends.
Okay. Well, they're stupid. Don't listen to them ever again if they mention anything financially related, to be clear. Ever. They clearly don't know what they're talking about. They're dumb. Yeah? Yeah, baby. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. As long as you know that. So, there we go. It's the fourth one. Late, not paid. Well, I have a feeling the fifth one's going to be the same. Discover. Let's see. Well, let's discover how to not make our minimum monthly payments. We are at $2,823.63.
The account has already been sent to collections.
Oh, good.
I haven't made a payment on that in over a year.
Yeah, you don't give a what your credit is. Basically, it's 500. Credit score's like 500 on here.
Well, that one has the credit on there is 25.
I'm surprised it even got approved at CarMax. You're over the credit limit by, $823. Interest was accruing. Now it's in collections, so.
It was actually one of my first credit cards. So.
And you just didn't pay it. I mean, you're eventually not going to pay your consolidation thing. You're going to fall out of that. You're going to find a reason and excuse to not pay for your car. It's going to get repoed. I don't know. You're going to get evicted from your... Where are you moving to?
My mom.
Oh, you're moving in at home.
I'm moving in with my mom.
Well, you're going to save money with that.
Yeah.
But you said you're considering moving to...
This is after I finish schooling, so I have to...
Oh, so trade school is like imminent.
Yeah, I'm thinking of going to trade school because I need to start working on some type of career for myself. I've started to realize that I've been in a predicament where I'm just paycheck to paycheck, and like,
Hey, buddy, you're less than it's paycheck to paycheck. You're not putting any of your paycheck towards your dad's. It's not paycheck to paycheck.
I mean, whatever it is, it's like I'm in the situation where I have to move back in with my mom because I just cannot afford to pay rent anymore.
JetBlue. It's the last card we need. You're past due $408. Who would have thought? With a new balance of, again, I'm just desensitized to this. $773.44. It's sad. Minimum payment due is more than half the card. Is this in collections yet?
No, they want me to settle.
Sure they do. It's just a joke. It's so bad. Your life isn't insignificant, but you're treating it like it is.
This is just like my situation, and like
But it's your situation that you got yourself into.
True.
Don't just say this is my situation. You've allowed this to be it. Don't just sit there and just accept this.
What else am I supposed to do?
Action. Growing up. Not taking from brother. Not listening to stupid people. Not sitting on your... Not quitting your job because you don't like it. Not showing up late to work for a year. You actually put in action. I am angry for you that you just accept this as my situation that I'm in. No. You got yourself here and you are preventing yourself from getting out of it. And that's a joke. You're allowing yourself to be a joke. You're not a joke, dude. You're not. You don't have to be the punchline to this world. Stop. Literally.
I know, but there's so much.
Oh, are you going to just don't. What the what are you but what?
There's just so much debt.
No and you got yourself into it. Me.
I mean, like, where am I supposed to start, to be honest?
How about let's get through it and we'll figure it out. Student loans.
Yeah, that was for cosmetology school. I mean, one of the benefits of going to the cosmetology school is I got my GED.
6,000. You dropped out of high school?
I never finished high school.
So you dropped out of high school. Are you paying this?
I had it on layaway until now in June. So my payments start this month.
They'll garnish your wages if you don't pay for it. Fun fact. It's federal loans. They'll garnish your wages. They can do whatever the they want, essentially.
Okay.
Pay for it. Is that all your debt?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Well, kind of. The consolidation, what's owed total for that? If that's the route we go down, that obviously takes away the cards, everything except for the student loans and car, right?
Yeah.
How much is owed on that?
So the estimate that they gave me
Right,
was,
because they're still negotiating.
I think was $19,000 for everything total.
So it must include your car.
No, there should be. I also had a loan with Best Egg, which was for $9,000.
Oh my.
Yeah.
What was that for? Oh, that's insane. What is Best Egg?
It's some loan company online.
Okay, what did you get it for? That's insane. 25.
Honestly, like I don't remember why I got that loan.
When did you get it?
A year and a half
A
ago.
year and a half ago, and you don't know what you spent it on?
No, I don't remember. I mean, like I said, like there's so many accounts.
Stop. Just stop. Buddy. I really don't want to hear more.
Okay.
This is just wild. No, I mean, it's a podcast. You have to talk.
I mean, if you want me to, I can.
I'm blown away. I mean, what? So they're saving you $3,000 total? So they're saving you $3,000 total.
I guess so.
And they probably have baked in fees and all bunch like they usually do because they're gonna make their money. They're a company. It's not a charity. Oh, great! This checking account has $1 in it. Oh, and it's Zellen money.
I don't really use that account anymore.
Oh, you better not. There's $1 in there. And whatever this checking account is.
That is my main checking account that I have through a credit union in Florida.
Sorry for that weird smell, by the way. I promise Noah doesn't just make weird farts all the time. It's that new plastic stuff on the ground so that people don't trip over the cords.
You sure? Because
He also makes weird farts, but
okay.
$49 is in. Oh no! $66 in this checking account. $49 is service charges. What did you overdraft? Did you overdraft in your checking?
Yes. Once, like 2 weeks ago, because I was waiting for my paycheck to come in, and the money didn't come in quick enough. So that happened.
Shut the f up. They're making me laugh with their nuts.
I can't control it.
What?
The laughing.
No, it's because you said, yes. I can't even do it. Sorry.
Do you want me to get it like on a tape or something? Because I can. I do have a cassette player.
Okay. Some casting service for podcasting you spent $6 on.
Yeah, that's for Podmatch, which I use for interviews for my podcast.
You have a podcast? Okay. How much time do you spend on your podcast?
Depending on a week, I spend between 4 to 10 hours.
Okay. Congratulations. You no longer have a podcast. I'm proud of you. Go use that 10 hours and work $15 an hour somewhere. And we can start paying off debt. You don't get to just do a hobby. You don't get to do a hobby when you're not making your minimum payments.
I hear you, but I've been...
Yeah, but what are you going to...
Because I've been doing this for 3 years.
How's that going?
It's been going really... I mean, it hasn't profited anything, but it's primarily a hobby.
Oh, remember what I just said? You don't get to do hobbies when you're not paying your minimum payments. When you're getting evicted.
Okay, I understand that, but the thing is, I do...
Oh, don't You're gonna ruin it now. You're gonna ruin this whole thing.
I'm just saying that I do the podcast with my best friend,
Cool.
and it's just a great outlet for us to just chill out, zone out, and
I'll allow you to do 10 hours a week towards your podcast if you work an extra 20 hours a week at another job. How about that?
Okay, that sounds fine. Like I'm not giving up my podcast.
As long as it doesn't
refuse.
as long as it doesn't take away from you. Well, first of all, how much money are you spending on your podcast?
So it depends on the month because me and her, we split the expenses. I pay for the Captivate, which is what we use to distribute our podcast. Then there's Zencaster, which is for our recordings.
You put. What is that?
What do you mean?
What is Zencast? Like, what are you paying for your recordings?
So Zencaster is because we do the podcast virtually because she lives in Iowa and I live in Fort Lauderdale. I do the podcast virtually.
Zoom. Google Hangouts.
Okay, there's a problem with Zoom. The problem with Zoom is that
Probably doesn't sound as good.
Yeah, the problem with audio quality, like especially when I need to do
How much
editing.
does that cost? How much do you spend on the podcast on a monthly basis?
Between
I've given up.
$75 to $90.
Thank you.
No, thank you. I meant that as a. I like I said, it's a hobby that I enjoy doing, and I've been doing it for 3 years, and like it's important to me. Yes.
Yeah. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. You are choosing a hobby of $90 a month, and you literally told me you couldn't make your minimum monthly payments. That covers at least 2 of your minimum monthly payments together. That's a joke. That's a joke. I'm insulted that we're even having this conversation at that point. That's a joke. That is what a child does. That's your basic minimum responsibilities that you signed up for. And you're choosing a hobby over that. That's embarrassing. I don't even know what to do. F*** me. Selling out $600. Where'd that go?
That was for rent.
You sell your landlord?
Yeah. He doesn't live in the States. He's actually
going inside a thing, getting some bullshit. Going to a liquor store. That's great. Let's do that instead of paying our minimum monthly payment. Uncollected funds charge $35.
Actually, the liquor store was somebody sent me money because they only had cash and they needed a card. So
ATM withdrawal $33.50. Where'd that go? That's a minimum monthly payment. Where'd that go?
ATM withdrawal?
Yes. Where'd that go?
I don't remember.
Oh, good death. What is happening?
I don't remember every single transaction that's on my statement.
Budget. I couldn't tell you right now every single transaction that I did, but if you showed me my statement and a location I spent money, I could tell you what it was. You withdrew from an ATM 2 weeks ago. But it's a minimum monthly payment. ATM form rejection transaction fee. Sending out $1,900 via Zelle, so you paid rent twice? What are you doing? It's a lot of Zelle. That's more Zelle than your rent is.
Well, keep in mind, last month I had to pay for 2 months.
What?
Because I didn't pay for the previous month.
I didn't know that. So keep in mind that I don't know things unless you tell me.
That's kind of why the expense...
ATM withdrawal 173. Where'd that go? Or are we conveniently not remembering that either?
Do you know what the date is?
Oh my... 420. You better not. It better not be.
Mm-hmm. It was.
That's like 3 or 4 minimum monthly payments on your cards. But you're choosing smoking over that?
Okay. Let me...
On Hitler's birthday?
Wow. It's a great day. But that was... I had somebody that wanted me to, like, for example, like we split the cost.
Wonderful. I'm glad. Just because someone wants me to do something doesn't mean I do it. What the would I care? But I think that my basic needs come before that.
Yeah, but she gave me some of the money.
Did she? I don't give a pay your payments.
I mean, you asked me how much like that was, so as far as I remember, that's what it was. So
Great. Yeah. Enough to make multiple payments. You're a... Am I being an asshole? Okay. One thing that's difficult about this job, I'll vent a little because usually I don't get to vent as much in the main show. I don't know sometimes because I just like this, like I don't pay attention to this. I just have the conversation and like I can get irritated very, very, very easily, especially in these finance talks and people excuses and all that stuff. And I can get irritated. And I never know if I'm going to look like an asshole or not because I mostly just focus on the conversation. And then all of a sudden the episode comes out of that.
mm-hmm.
Who the knows? I hope I don't look like an asshole, but I don't necessarily like you
That's okay.
very much. Well, that's not true.
A lot of people don't like me.
Okay, calm down. I think, no, you're probably an okay person. It's just like, I don't know. You're bull. It's just, I don't know. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is it Monday? Maybe I didn't get enough sleep. Maybe I didn't drink enough coffee. I don't know. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Everyone's seeing the decline of my sanity right now on full display, and I'm just letting it happen. We are basically halfway through the year, and I need to make sure you guys are saving your money in the right place. In my resources section in the description below, you can sign up for one of the best high-yield savings accounts there are, but you can also get $300 for free with qualifying deposits. You can also get FDIC insurance up to $2 million on your money and get 4.6% on the money that's just sitting there. It's exactly where I put my money. Why let your money lose money when it could be making money? It's the biggest no-brainer in the world. Open up a SoFi high-yield savings account now and get that $300 for free. We're going and getting some vape, getting some more vape. You vape.
Yeah.
A little vapor. Yeah, let's destroy our life in another way. Going to the bar.
Okay, but keep in mind, I am one of those people where I did get addicted to cigarettes. I was like a pack and a half at one point, and then I switched to nicotine like around 2020 and haven't been off since. And I've tried to quit. I tried quitting this year for 2 months.
Listen, I'm not going to put it in the budget. I don't even know if I'm going to make you a budget. I don't think you're going to follow it. I have to. They get angry. The producers get angry if I don't make someone a budget. Because it's like, wow, be nice. Okay. Taco Craft, Glitch Bar, Zelling out $250.
What's the date?
$425.
$250. I don't remember.
Amazon, Tribe Tea.
It's a coffee
ATM
place.
reversal because you didn't have enough money. Inactivity fee for an account. Some park buy app.
Oh, that's we don't have Park by Meter in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
It's via smartphones.
Zelling out $600. You zell out so much money.
That Zelle is for my landlord.
Okay, well you've given him like $4,000 now. Like what is happening?
So some months.
You miss another rent that I wasn't aware of?
No, the way that I did the rent was I would send him 2 payments. So I would send him a payment at the beginning of the month and then a payment at the end of the month.
Zelling out $10. Getting liquor, $43. ATM withdrawal, $84. Again, enough for a couple minimum monthly payments. So, by the way, you were lying again. Like, you could have paid your bills. You're ATM withdrawing. You're smoking it up. You're going to the bar. Like, yes, you could have paid your bills. You were spending money on bullshit. You were relying on your brother to bail you out. I can't respect that. I have zero respect right now. This is horrendous. You lied to me at the beginning. You just directly lied. Pod match again. McDonald's. Yeah, let's go to McDonald's instead of paying our bills, guys. And then let's take money from our brother and say, cry, cry, cry. I can't afford to live. But I'm going to go to McDonald's. Getting taquitos and zelling out $40 because we zell every second of our life. SQ. Zelling out $60. And more McDonald's because a McDub, that's certainly more important than just paying our bills because we can't pay our bills because we're going to McDonald's. Wham, the world's against us. Oh, wait, I just spent everything at McDonald's. We got some, shut the All right, can I end this? Am I allowed to end this? Am I allowed to end this? That's stupid.
That's not great. I don't know.
Sorry.
I thought it was kind of funny.
It's a joke. Yeah, this is a joke. $15 on pizza, Dunkin' Donuts. $28. Spirit Airlines. Great. Wow, okay. Oh, $5 in wealth fund. We're going to retire. $40 in Fidelity. Everything's great. No. God, I'm throwing a fit right now.
And what do you want, honestly, like, what do you want me to say? It's just, I understand that I've made a lot of bad decisions and a lot of poor choices. I want to do things better. I want to be able to have like better control of like my finances and expenses. I haven't made a lot of great decisions, and I know that.
What do you think would change it? What have you been doing wrong? That'd fix it.
I haven't been keeping a budget. That's one.
What would you do in your budget? What would be different?
Making certain things priorities, such as monthly payments, additional expenses. Like, for example, like with the credit.
What else would you change that we just looked at?
My spending.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. You said you couldn't afford a $35 monthly payment. You told me that. That's a lie.
I thought I couldn't afford.
Buddy, you're spending so much more than that on bull. So much more than that on bull. It's not a can't afford. You chose not to pay it. You chose. I'm hoping this is your rock bottom so that you can bounce back. Because I don't want to see anyone suffer. But you've chosen this. You've chosen this.
It's... I don't like to... I just...
Do you have things that you can sell?
I have...
From your apartment and stuff? Like, what do you have?
I've been trying to sell, like, quite a few things.
Okay, what do you have?
I have a camera collection. I have a few cameras. I have a record collection.
Okay, how much is the record collection worth?
So I have a record. The turntable itself is valued at about $1,000 to $1,200.
Valued by who?
So the turntable I have is called a Sansui SR838. It was Japanese, and they were imported into the States in the late 70s. It's considered like one of the best. It's not an actual belt. It's electrically driven. So they sell pretty well. They're pretty rare and kind of hard to find. I have close to 300 records that I own. Mm-hmm. Some records that I have are valued at about $200 to $300.
I couldn't remember the name of the app. What does Discogs say your collection's worth? You have it all on Discogs?
I have some of it on Discogs.
I'd get it all in there, just see what it's worth and sell it. I would just put them up, private marketplace, sell that.
Okay. I mean, it's.
I would sell everything you have. That would change your debt life. Because you could get out of some of these. I mean, $662. I don't think you would need to do the consolidation thing. But none of it matters if you don't change your spending habits. If you don't change what got you in the debt in the first place. Right now, you can't spend any more on your credit cards because you've overmaxed them out. But if you pay off some of these, I'm afraid you're just going to rack them back up. I'd close your accounts. Don't allow yourself to have access to debt until you've budgeted for like at least a solid year and have been disciplined on it.
I don't plan on using a single credit card ever again.
You don't plan on it, but you haven't changed your behavior. Change your behavior. Close your accounts.
Okay.
Okay. So rent's going to be nothing, right? With your mom?
Yeah.
Internet utilities, nothing?
So right now with the internet, it's covered by the HOA. They cover certain... Because my mom lives in a like over 55 like adult community. Okay. So they cover her internet and other expenses.
Do you have to pay for anything?
Yes.
How much?
I'm just gonna throw out a number. About $600 to $700.
For what?
Grocery bills.
Oh, this includes groceries?
Yeah, and then also, like, for example, there is also like HOA fees that I have to.
That you're gonna cover.
Half of it, yeah.
Phone bill?
My mom currently covers right now, but
dude, you're throwing away so much and you have so much support. It's crazy. When you have to get your own phone bill, do Helium. It's $20 a month off of T-Mobile towers.
We currently have T-Mobile.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
So, car insurance, how much?
It's about close to $300.
Gas, vroom, vroom, drive, drive.
Surprisingly, my car gets pretty good gas mileage. It's
How much?
about $30 a week.
120. TP fund, $100. Anything else you need to survive? You already said groceries. It's kind of thrown in that 650. Subscriptions, you're not paying for any subscriptions. Copays, therapy, anything at all.
My therapy sessions are about $10 a copay, and then my medication is about $25.
So how much a month?
I'd say about $40.
Okay. I'm so happy I get the grill. Noah's lady. Don't know what else to call her. I don't know the relationship. That's going to put me in a better mood after this conversation.
Nice.
I'm going to put your normal minimum monthly payments in because you're going to start catching up on that. I'll just this consolidation thing. You'll obviously have to pay off the one in collections on its own, but your minimum monthly payments is going to be about $525. Gosh, I was really angry there for a second. Feels good to not be right now. I do not like the feeling of anger. 1,735 is what you need to survive. Obviously, 3,500 is what you're going to bring in. After a few months, learning the ways, learning the system, it's like 1,000. Well, I can do math. 1,765. I mean, buddy, you can pay off. The JetBlue can be paid off, and the Capital One in the same month. Then you can pay off the Synchrony the month after that. This is pretty simple. The Disney can be paid off in 2 months. Discover can be paid off in an additional 2 months. It's nothing, dude. You can pay this. Your Ford could be paid off in what? 6 months? 7 months? Buddy, you're out of debt in a year and a half, and you have a fully funded emergency fund. It's the easiest thing in the world. This is like beyond. This is so easy compared to so many people that come on the show. Mostly because you're moving into home. That's going to help. But it's so easy. You can do this. And that's it. Well, that's without working extra hours. Work extra hours, get out of debt in a year, and save up a fully funded emergency fund. Trade school, how much is that going to cost? Well, you're hoping to get it for free, right? With the scholarship?
With the scholarship, it's about $43,000.
43 if you don't get it? Oh, 43,000.
43 because it's automotive technology. And
It's expensive.
it is expensive, but the thing is that pertaining to that expertise, like ASC certified technicians, it's high in demand.
Yeah. What's the certainty of the scholarship? If at all.
Pretty high.
Okay.
Specifically of where I'm based in Florida.
Well, I hope you get it. If you don't, I try to work as much as you can. I don't know about cash flowing. Maybe federal loans could help. Could be an investment because we need to get rid of these credit cards. And then obviously pay those off, anything above 4% probably. And then minimum monthly payment on everything else. But I honestly think you could be debt free in a year, have a fully funded emergency fund. Are you going to be able to continue your work schedule in school?
Yeah, so that's the thing also with them is they have where they can help you get a job that works with your hours.
Yeah, but okay. But they get you the job.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how many hours is that going to be?
I don't know. It's probably going to be around the same base pay as I'm going to be making with this company. Just
okay. But how many hours?
I don't know.
Okay. So things are in flux. That makes this conversation harder. I think if you don't go to school, which I encourage this school thing. I mean, there's a lot of different paths. And as you approach them, feel free to reach out and we can help with each of those. I think you have a way to make this good. You've taken a lot of excuses. You just say you can't do it. You just accept this as your situation when it's clearly not. You can get out of it. You just need no more victim mentality, buddy. You need to actually put in the work. Grow up. Take some responsibility. Budget. It's pretty basic stuff, but it's just basic adult stuff. And hopefully it's the first. Hopefully you just needed to hear it. And I really think you can be in a good spot. This conversation has dramatically irritated me. I hope you don't feel insulted from that.
No, it's okay. I'm kind of used to this, to be honest.
Well, that's not good. Fun fact. But, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe talk to your therapist about that. Okay. Oh, get me to the post show, please. Spending in a budget. It's horrendous. You're out of 10. You're overspending. after even taking money from your brother. You have collections, so debt 0 out of 10. No emergency funds, 0 out of 10. Retirement, no. You got like a cent in there. It's not going to count. Real estate, nothing. And for financial score, 0 out of 10. You thought it was a 3. That's hilarious. Make sure to check out all the resources linked in the description below, as they are what I use or would use in specific situations, including the best investing course, best budgeting course in the history of the world. Sorry if I seem like an asshole, but we're going to go to the post show and it's going to be more fun. Today on the Financial Audit Post Show.
He's very straight, and he just had a thing for men.
Very straight, that man.
Caleb has body proportions that I have never seen.
I have
on
a big
human
butt
before.
That's what he's saying.
I'm just saying, there's always OnlyFans.
That's my retirement plan. It's gonna be one picture, and this is gonna be.
I mean, his
Sure.
I mean, his
To watch the Financial Audit Post Show, click the join button below.